Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Saturday, September 20th. April 20th, 2019. So, as you can see, I'm going to pan this around. It is very, very foggy here at the homestead. We've had rain off and on all day. It's very, very foggy. So, and we have a surprise here. There's Mom. A lot of you guys have been asking where Mom is. See, look at what she's doing, guys. Look at it. Go ahead, Mom. Show them what you do best.
Oh, yeah.
So, having a nice cold Labatt's Blue with Mom. Good beer. So, Mom is up for a couple days to hang out. So, she's doing pretty good. Getting better, getting stronger, yes?
Yes.
Yeah. So, I got to get her up here, get her put to work this summer, guys.
Painting.
Yes, painting. Yeah, she wants to paint, which is fine. We will definitely do that. So, anyways, so let's get into the topic of the video, guys. I wanted to talk about, since my mom's here, and my mom is 75. She'll be 76 in July this year. Talking about elderly, what happens to our elderly when S.H.T.F happens? What are your plans for your elderly relatives? I know that, like I said, I'm from an old school family. We've always taken care of our own. We kept my grandfather home until the day before his death, and my grandmother was home until a couple weeks before her death, and then she went into a hospice unit because she had gotten to that point. But you know, that's just what we've always done in our family, is we take care of our own. My great-grandmother actually died at home. We had 4 generations living under one roof, so at one point. So then she had passed away. I think I was like maybe 12 years old when she passed away. We came home from school, and Grandma was home from work, and we're like, what's going on? What's going on? Why is Grandma home? Because we knew something was up. And that's when they had told us Mom had used to give great-grandma her baths and stuff like that. And she had put her on the toilet, had gone down in the basement to change the laundry over. And she came up the stairs and she was slumped over on the toilet. She had passed away on the toilet. So not a very dignified way to go, but at least she got to pass it home. So, but anyway, so let's talk about what are we going to do with our elderly when S.H.T.F happens. Unfortunately, a lot of people have their elderly in nursing homes for a very huge number of reasons. Anybody can justify any reason why they do anything. I totally get if somebody is complete care and it's very difficult to try to take care of that person at home. And, you know, even like dementia people, if somebody has dementia, it's very, very difficult to deal with that, you know, at home for safety reasons more than anything else, especially with dementia. And if the person becomes violent and stuff like that, I totally get why, you know, somebody like that would be in a facility. But, you know, it's there's a lot of people that could be taken care of at home. Unfortunately, they're not. And but that happens. What are you going to do? But anyway, so what happens to these people when S.H.T.F happens? I believe that we should try to keep our elderly with us if we can, because just like I said, for the knowledge-based things that they could help. I mean, they can't physically do a whole lot, but you know what? They could man a radio and be like the base, you know, for the radio to people to check in. You know, they can do small tasks, you know, as you know, that allows if they're mobile and stuff like that. And I think that if we're able to, I think we should try to keep and take care of these people because, you know, obviously they're your family members and stuff like that. That is not always going to be the case. So unfortunately, I think you're going to see a large number of elderly people in and I'm talking about a major S.H.T.F event, guys, okay? I mean, you know, that are not going to make it. There was that one nursing home in Florida. I mean, think about that. You know, when the hurricane came in and its staff bailed, and there was, I think there ended up being like 3 deaths in that nursing home within just a couple of days of, you know, that happening before they got in there, and a couple people died. And so I think you're going to see within inside of a week to 2 weeks that in most nursing homes, I think most of those people would be gone. without proper care, unfortunately. And there's a lot of people that need a very extensive care. I mean, so if they don't have anybody there to take care of them, then you're going to see a very, very high attrition rate with that, unfortunately. And so, I mean, we can't. I don't. If there's any way possible not to abandon our elderly, I think we should probably try to take care of them if we can. That again, it's not realistic to think that you're not going to be able to give somebody 24-hour care after an S.H.T.F event. If they're completely dependent like that, there's just no way possible. So that's a hard thing. Without proper medications, a lot of people are on a lot of medications, and so if they're not able to get those medications, they're probably not going to be around long anyway. So there's a lot that goes into it, but I think if somebody is relatively healthy and they can still get around and they can putz around and do different things, I think they can be a huge benefit to a group, and this is my opinion, of course, in a post-event because of the skills that they have, the knowledge that they have from their time on the earth, and they will more than willing to share that information with you. So I think I think that's important to remember. So you don't want to just, oh, they're old, so they're discounted, so nope, we're not going to take them into our group or whatever. I think that if they're bringing something to the table and they can be helpful, and you give them a purpose, I mean, they can watch the children, those type of things. So there's there's little Miss Molly. Miss Molly, what are you doing, baby? She's got those short little legs. She's so funny. What's going on, girlie? What's going on? How are you? You fluffy tail? Yeah, fluffy tail. So, anyway, I want to hear your guys' feedback on this topic because I think that it's really, really important. It's another one of those things I don't think a lot of people think about. What is going to happen to the elderly? I mean, unfortunately, like I said, a lot of elderly people are on a lot of different medications. And so, if they're not going to have access to those medications, how long will they last? Everything from stool softeners to everything else. I mean, it's just, it's something to think about, and, but I honestly believe that they can be really productive member of a group if you give them that opportunity to be. And there's, they can't do, obviously the heavy lifting and those type of things, but they can still be very productive and they can be very, very helpful. So I think that needs to be taken into consideration and stuff like that. I'm going to kick this around here, guys, so you can just kind of see. Look at this. The fog is just, it's been foggy since last night. And like I said, we had a lot of rain yesterday afternoon. The rain came in the afternoon, and it has just been very, very foggy ever since then. But it was really, really dense earlier today. Oh, and of course now my phone's ringing. So I will call her back. That's my sister. So anyway, but yeah, it is crazy foggy, guys. And let me just tell you what time it is here too. It is, hold on a minute. It's almost 5 o'clock now, but yeah, so it's just, it's been a crazy kind of, and believe it or not, even as foggy and as rainy as it has been today, I still have brought in 3.3 kilowatt hours of power today. So that's pretty wild that we still brought in that much power. But I definitely would like to hear your guys' feedback. I want to hear what you guys have to say. What do you think about, the elderly and their worth in a post-event? And, trying to do complete care with somebody is going to be nearly impossible in a post-event. There's Mr. Abel. So, kittens absolutely love being outside. Absolutely love it. So I definitely, like I said, I'm enjoying my time with my mom today. We just went and had lunch, and it was very pleasant. And so now got back here and we're having a cold beer. So I'm going to get back to my cold beer here in a second. But guys, I want you to remember, we are all in this together. That's important to remember. I think a lot of people lose sight of that. So definitely keep that in mind, that we are all in this together. Remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. That's important to remember too, because it's like life is so short and it's so precious. To tell the people how you feel about them all the time is so important. Remember, guys, STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from getting there is yourself. Nobody else can stop you. They can't. There's just no way. I mean, it's if you have that determination and drive, you can do whatever you want to do. Whatever your focus is, if you work at it methodically, you will get there. Okay. A lot of times you have to sacrifice in the short term to make the long term better, and that's important to remember. And I think people lose sight of that sometimes. So, and the biggest thing is stay away from that negativity. Negative people, miserable people, they want you to be miserable. Misery loves company. I'm sure you guys have heard that. And people that are unhappy, they don't want you to be happy. They want you to be miserable as they are because they've made a choice to be miserable. Choose to be happy instead. Enjoy life, stay positive, and you will get your goals, okay? I will talk to you guys all tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow night at the live chat at 8 o'clock. So I hope everybody's doing well. All right, I will talk to you later. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.